And let's start with the big sports story of the day, and that is the Socceroos and what can only be described, I think, as a lack of foresight, even planning by the AFL to schedule 2 matches this afternoon. Richmond taking on Brisbane in Hobart, the Saints taking on Giants here at Marvel Stadium. Both those matches will clash with Australia's World Cup opener this afternoon against Turkey. Now, whether you're a soccer nuffy or not, the Socceroos on the world stage, they unite a nation. They exude national pride. It is a moment every 4 years we all get out our green and gold en masse. Now, just to put this in perspective, the World Cup schedule was released on December 6 last year. So the AFL has had 6 months to work with the 4 clubs playing today and the broadcasters to find a solution to give the Socceroos clean air between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. local time. Whether it's poor planning or an arrogant belief that people are willing to watch St Kilda and the Giants ahead of the Socceroos, I'm not sure. But I honestly believe here, and I want to hear from you, 133693, there was an opportunity for the AFL to embrace our national team, our national identity, but instead they've decided to go head-to-head in a battle that they're no chance of winning.
To be the devil's advocate here, not everyone follows soccer though, Shane. Not everybody in the country follows soccer, surely.
I'm not saying cancel the games, Richard. I'm saying reschedule them. I'm saying delay them by 45.
Why should the AFL give another sport a leg up?
It's the World Cup. They're not giving.
We've got to get over that jealousy thing. It's like the NRL. I don't go.
Would any other sports do that for the AFL? Would they change their schedule?
Who cares? I get what Shane. This is the patriotic part of it about all Australians want to see a good Australian. Even if you don't follow soccer, I would probably watch it. But when we get to the Sunday roast, I'll have something to say about that too. But I'm a bit with you on that one.
So I'll throw it out to the callers. 133693, the $100 gift card for Harvey Norman. Should the AFL have given clear air to the Socceroos today? Would you prefer it if no AFL matches were on when the Socceroos were playing? And an extrapolation of that, will you be watching the footy today or watching the Socceroos? 133693.
So St Kilda fans, are you going to watch the end of the Socceroos and then switch over to the Saints, or are you going to watch your team? I feel that you might be overrating how many people actually want to watch the Saints.
I don't think so. I think you're referencing AFL fans who might be interested in their team that's playing today, but soccer is the most played sport in Australia at grassroots level. There are more people that play soccer in Australia than any other sport, boys and girls.
Not at
it's
senior
massive.
level. Oh, no, junior level, but not at...
Yeah, but at a senior level as well, it's probably the most recognised team at a senior level for women as well. Think about the Matildas. Think about the hype around them. I think it would have been a good idea to give it clear air. I think... diehard AFL fans aren't the ones that are necessarily going to say, I'll watch the soccer today. It's a once-in-a-4-year event. It's the kind of event where people jump on the bandwagon, even if they're not regular soccer fans, just like the Olympics, when suddenly we all know the name of that Australian diver that we've never heard of previously. That's what it is.
Oh, I agree.
I don't like soccer. I'm not a soccer watcher, okay? I'm a highlights of soccer watcher, as in the EPL, the old 1 hour highlights package, but... I would think, on this occasion, I would watch Australia play. Because it's the World Cup and every 4 years. It's like the Olympics. I love the Olympics, but I
get the whole patriotism thing in the country, but a lot of people don't watch soccer.
Sometimes you've got to be accommodating. Sometimes you can be accommodating and you win over people by doing it, and I reckon that's the way it'd be. And how would it be? You could, all St Kilda fans, if you did it, I don't know what time you'd play this game, but you could watch it and then you'd walk in the city.
Finish,
so the soccer will finish between 3:45 and 4 p.m.
But then it would have crossed over into news, and the network doesn't like that.
But they had 6 months to work that out.
They wouldn't never move the news, though, from 6 o'clock.
No. But you could have done different scheduling. You could have made
it a night game tonight or something.
Yeah, something. Changed something.
Well, here at Marvel Stadium, you can see that they're already rehearsing the graphics for the game, and they are going to be showing score updates throughout the match this afternoon. So they're acknowledging it in that way.
Of
course they're not.
On the big screen.
Of course they're not.
I parked at 3AW, and the pub right next to it, which is a new pub, it's been there for a couple of years now, that was chockers when I walked past it this morning. So, it's something that I think stands out of once only. Do it, and I think it would win over a number of people. Even like I said, I'm not a soccer person. I
think it's the nationalism and that pride aspect. Yep. I'm with you, Shaw. I don't watch a lot of soccer. I enjoy the highlights. I want to get behind the Socceroos, but more than anything, you love a big event.
How many Socceroos players can you name?
I've got I've never hidden that. Never hidden it. And it's not about that. It's about an Australian team.
No, I'm just interested to see if you knew any of the players.
Hey, you know where I went in the Olympics in 2000?
Yeah.
I went to the beach volleyball.
Yeah, that's.
And I saw Natalie
I'm not
Cook,
questioning the patriotism thing,
but Kerry Potters win that because they were
there's
Australian.
a lot of people out there that don't know one Socceroos.
Oh,
player.
no doubt, no doubt.
But that's not the point.
Oh, no, I'm just saying.
I think the other thing is that finally there's a game that's in a reasonable time zone to us. There are so many World Cups that are not in our time zone where you can't watch the games at a reasonable hour. You're up overnight or you're up early in the morning. Finally, a 2 p.m. game. It's rare.
And your name argument goes out the window. There have been a lot of people watching football yesterday afternoon and probably not known half the West Coast Eagles team.
I'm just saying. Do you know any Socceroos players?
But you don't know a lot of the Olympians.
Do you? You don't know, Richo. You don't know.
I used to. I've got to admit, I've lost touch with it. I was probably in
Archie
the era.
Thompson,
I was in the era of like Harry Kewell and Mark Viduka, Schwarzer. I don't know. Just recent times, I've lost touch with it.
I think it speaks volumes when not even the players would watch their own game, i.e., Giants skipper Toby Green.
No one's going to watch our game. Like, I wouldn't watch our game. Like I love footy as much as anyone, but I'm watching the Socceroos on Sunday if I had the choice. So I just don't know why they'd even try and bother competing with it or just embrace it and go, let's start the Giants and Saints at 11 and then maybe have a Marvel watch party. I reckon it would have been a great idea.
What a sensible player he is.
Oh, don't.
What about callers?
He loses the plot. I hope Toby's got his head right for this one.
He might be on the bench.
Want
for
to
the
get a
first
kick
quarter.
now? Want to play well today, Toby?
You'll have the monitor of the game on the bench there watching it.
Fair to say, in a bit of a juxtaposition to that, Ross Lyon, well, he's like you, Richo, couldn't give a stuff.
Apparently Toby Green said no one's going to watch the match or try and delay the game. Have the AFL spoken to you about potentially a scheduling change a bit too?
Yeah, we're 9 a.m. at Surrey Hills. We're the AFL system, mate. We're here, we're standing up, our fans will be there. That's irrelevant.
Hey,
Let's see how many.
That's Ross game.
Let's see how many fans. How many fans do you think are going to be here at Marvel today?
But Shane, I hope the Socceroos win, and I want us to go as far as we can in the World Cup. I just don't know why the AFL needs to give another sport a free air.
Because it's going to hurt
right,
the
I don't
AFL.
have to
It
agree.
is going to hurt St Kilda more by having the Socceroos on at the same time.
I don't know about that. I reckon the rusted Saints fans that were going to come are still coming.
They will. They will.
I don't think there's Saints fans not coming here because the Socceroos are on.
What is this thing about up against other sports?
You can still watch it. You can watch it on your phone while the Saints are playing.
Interesting.
Do you think Saints fans are not coming to this game because the Socceroos?
I think there would be some, yes.
I think there's
Not
bigger
many.
problems at the Saints.
I don't think
anyway.
there'd be that many. You can still watch it on your phone. If everyone's got it on their phone.
693 St Kilda fans.
Come on, St Kilda fans, get on the phone.
Would you have liked this game to have been delayed by 45 minutes to have been able to watch the Socceroos? Footy fans in general. Should the AFL have given clear air to the Socceroos this afternoon? Let's get to your calls. 133 693 for Nick Theodosi. Prestige Cars. G'day, Adam. Go ahead, Adam.
Hello.
How are you,
Adam? Going?
Yeah, good.
I'm with Richo on this. I think it's the most boring game on the planet. I wouldn't watch it. I'd rather watch paint drying. It's horrible. Can't stand it.
That's your opinion, Adam. But can you see what the others are thinking about? It's an Australian thing. It's once every 4 years. It's a World Cup. Can you Can you
Shane,
put that apart?
I misunderstand. I don't mind watching soccer. I just don't think the AFL should move their games just because the Socceroos are playing. That's my point.
I get that, but I think there are a lot of people who don't watch soccer, as Laura alluded to, that they don't watch soccer. They're not that into soccer, but because it is the World Cup, because Australia is one of 48 nations competing on the world stage, they want to be a part of a historic moment.
You still
just
can.
Like we
you don't have to move the AFL start
Well, no,
time,
you can't, because if you're a St Kilda or Giants fan, or we put our hands up working here, we're watching a game and kind of have to ignore the Socceroos.
But everyone's got another device. You can still come here and have it on your phone.
Okay.
And
Toby wanted to play at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
That's
he
how
would have.
keen he is.
G'day, Anthony.
G'day, team. This doesn't surprise me. The AFL's has got a history of actually telling FIFA where to go. During the bid for the 2022 games with FIFA games, which hopefully were held in Australia, FIFA's rulings were that firstly, they must have all the big grounds and all national sports, including the A-League, AFL and Rugby League, must be stopped 1 month before the month of the game of the FIFA Cup and 1 month after, which means that they would have exclusivity. The AFL said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to play our games when we want to. And because of that, FIFA made very, very sure that Australia did not win the bid for the 2002 Cup.
So this was also an issue, Anthony, during the Women's World Cup, which Australia did have the fortune of hosting with New Zealand. One of the reasons why Melbourne didn't get any of the big games and the big finals was the AFL. Because Amy Park was the only stadium, it's rectangular, yes, but Amy Park was the only venue in Melbourne that could host the Women's World Cup games, because the AFL didn't want to give up either Marvel or the MCG, which you can convert to do it. But they didn't want to.
No other sport's going to give the AFL a leg up either. I don't understand why one sport
because the
gives another sport a leg up.
AFL is on the global stage. The AFL is nothing compared to soccer. It's not.
It's
and
irrelevant.
I love AFL. I love AFL.
It's irrelevant on the world stage.
It'd be interesting what the broadcast numbers are, as in watching, not coming to the game, because that you have got your rusted on supporters, but it'd be interesting what the numbers are.
We need to take a break.
Yep.
Just a quick one on that, and what you were saying, Laura, about the Women's World Cup and what our caller said about the FIFA World Cup. The Olympics are in Australia in 2032. It is during the footy season that they will be in Brisbane. Andrew Dillon has previously said they will not pause the season or rejig the season to accommodate the Olympic Games. Given the Olympics are in our own backyard, should the AFL pause for that?
Didn't they do it for Sydney?
They had an earlier start to the season, and then the grand final was last weekend in August.
I think you can do that, but you can't stop your season and restart it. No.
You don't think you can pause it?
I think like what they did with Sydney was good and smart.
Yep.
But
Smart.
if you're 12 games in, you're not stopping for 2 weeks and then starting again. I don't think so.
Okay. Could you have a bye?
Yeah, you could.
Maybe you could have one bye round. I'm a fan
that gives you 2 weeks.
I'm a fan of the one bye round. So if you could squeeze it in, then that'd be ideal.
G'day, Rob.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah. Look. First thing, Shane, is that when did the starting times come out? I said you know who was playing who. But
that was December 6th as well, Rob.
But Richo might remember the AFL have accommodated soccer before. England and Brazil were playing a World Cup game on a Friday when it was in Asia, when it was on a similar time zone, and they moved the Richmond North Melbourne game on a Friday night to 6:30. But how often can you move a game? A program. Look, I'm an AFL, but I'll be watching the soccer. But you forget, Shane, too, Richmond and Brisbane are affected by this too. Yeah. They start at 1:10 if you can watch it on Foxtel. So how many programs do you want to... How much change of program? And look, you can flick over to both. Like I'm going to flick over to St Kilda until 4 o'clock. I'll just flick over to St Kilda.
This is the whole thing with the multiple devices, Rob, that you're talking about. People will watch both. People will be sitting at home with their iPad watching the soccer or the footy and vice versa. You don't have to change it. You can watch both.
Rob, appreciate the call.
You don't get the same enjoyment. You know it. You understand. If you can't focus in
I know plenty of people that watch multiple sports at the same time on different devices. Yeah. You don't. It's not the ice ages anymore.
Or in your case, Richo, you watch your cat on CCTV.
Yeah. Well, I had an issue this morning. I can't find our cat, Fred, and the girls are away. If I don't find Fred by the time they get back from Queensland on Monday night, I'm out.
Well, I'm glad you put it on the same level as the World Cup game, soccer, but that's all right.
But you know what I mean?
So you're watching Fred, but not the Socceroos.
So
I understand.
So you don't understand that people watch multiple devices.
Yes, I do understand. Right. And you've got to. This is once in a 4-year program. It is like the Olympics. You try and isolate something as big as this is.
We've got 4 screens here. We've got 4 different things on. You can watch everything all at the same time.
So you're doing justice to the game that you're going to commentate by watching the soccer on the same thing?
We've got the Scotland soccer game on one screen to my right. Up above here, we've got the NBA finals on.
Yeah, but we haven't got a live game
and
to
Fred
call
on your phone.
We've got Fred on my security camera in the driveway.
Yep.
Shane's got his iPad there.
Yeah, but we're not...
I don't know why you have to move it when you can just watch both.
Okay.
I don't have to agree with you, Shane.
G'day, Nicole. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Good point. Yeah.
Welcome. All opinions on 3AW.
What about Nicole?
You're angry about it.
You're wrong, but it's fine, Rich. G'day, Nicole.
You're wrong.
G'day, how are you? Richo, you need to set Uber Eats around there with some fresh salmon to bring Fred home. And
yes,
I normally agree with you most of the time, Richo. You're a pretty good bloke, but I don't agree with you this time.
That's all right, Nicole.
I don't agree with you this time, and I'll tell you why. Because the AFL is being friggin' stuck up, and they're being conservative. And they could have either had a night game or they could have had a brunch breakfast game. Do something different.
Thinking outside the box.
Have a sausage and bacon and egg brekkie game, you know? Get the boys up early. They could have done something, and they could have got behind Australia as a country. They're just being stuck up, in my opinion.
Good on you, Nicole.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Could have had the brunch game down in Hobart, Richmond and Brisbane.
Yeah,
then had a twilight game here at
That's
Marvels.
a good call, Nicole. Everyone's got different opinions, and I respect what Nicole said.
Continue to take your calls on the other side of the
But
break.
she's wrong.
133-693.
Come on, you were going to say it.
133-693. All with thanks to Nick Theodosi, Prestige Cars. Always buying Prestige Cars is looking for late model SUVs and European cars. We're here with thanks to Macca's. The FIFA meal is now available at Macca's, one of 6 World Cup Stars Cups to come away with. More of your calls next, and we'll also cross to Vancouver and catch up with soccer expert Daniel Garber. Big afternoon, our match for broadcast, St Kilda and the Giants, with thanks to Macca's. You're listening to 3AW Sunday Footy.
3AW Football, thanks to Honda. Honda's end of financial year event is on now, with great deals on selected 2025 Honda CR